सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Janana. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. Sriman Narayaneeyam takes us through two different anubhavas. One, Krishna moving with the Gopas. They were absolutely bereft of the knowledge that is required to live or the knowledge that is acquired from the scriptures. They were not aware. They had only love for Krishna, bhakti for Krishna. On the other hand, the other thought that Narayaneeyam takes us through is the garvam that certain devatas develop. We may be wondering, how can Brahma develop such thoughts? If we have it, fine. But how can Brahma develop? Remember, from the Vedantic view, parlance, like how Vedanta views us as a Jivatma, it views Brahma also as a Jivatma. We are no different. Just that he is in a shariram that is long lasting, that will come for a longer time, with more powers granted by Sakshat Bhagavan himself. We may be with primitive bodies, we may not be endowed with so much of knowledge that he has, but at the end of the day, he is a Jivatma and so am I. You are a Jivatma and so is he. So there is no difference that way. So they will have qualities that we will also have. For example, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, they will also have. So this is a beautiful incident that talks about Brahma's Garva Bhanga. First, initially what Brahma did. Anyavatara nikareshva nirikshitam te bhumatirekam abhivikshya tadaghamokshe Brahma parikshitu manaha sa paroksha bhavam inyetha vatsakaganan paritatya mayam tada saha Brahma abhivikshya. At that point in time, see, remember, when Krishna was seated with the Gopas, they were all having a nice time, having the picnic lunch. That time Brahma saw. Tada saha Brahma abhivikshya, that Brahma saw. Adha mokshe bhumati rekam. On that liberation of Aghasura. Because when Aghasura was liberated, it was a big moment of joy, pleasure for the Devas. At that point in time, bhumati rekam. Anirikshitam anyavatara nikareshu. Seeing that glory in this avataram of Krishna in this avataram seeing that glory, which was not seen in the other avatarams, parikshitu manaha, in order to test you. That thought had come in Brahma to get Krishna tested. Parikshitu manaha, atha pravitatya mayam, invoking that particular Shakti that he has been bestowed with. That Maya Shakti, Pravitatya Mayam, Vatsaka Ganane, Ninye Paroksha Bhavam. He took away all the calves and hid them somewhere. So they were not visible to these boys. So all the calves were taken because Brahma wanted to test Krishna. वत्सान वीक्ष्य विवशे पशुपोत्करे तान् आनेतु काम इव धातृमतानुवर्ती त्वां साभिभुक्त कबलो गतवांस्तदानीं भुक्तांस्तिरोधित सरोज भवः कुमारान् Pashupotkare Divashe. When the host of those Gopa boys were extremely worried, Avikshya Vatsantvam, not seeing the calves. They were not able to see the calves, so they were extremely worried. Avikshya Vatsakantvam, that time you, Sabhibhukta Kabalaha. See, when these boys were creating the hue and cry, oh, the calves are missing, what will I tell? My mother will scold. Recently, I saw a video where a boy had gone very close to the cage of a lion, and the lion caught his shirt, and the lion was trying to pull his shirt. The boy did not realize the gravity of the situation, that the lion is caught hold of him. He was telling, please leave my shirt. My mother will scold if I don't bring this shirt home. So similarly were these boys. So they were saying, Krishna, the calves have gone away. What will happen? My mother and father will scold. We have to find the calves. That is when Sabhibhukta Kabalaha. Bhagavan, Krishna, you were just half done with the rice that you were consuming. Dhatra Matanuvartin Gatavan. According to Brahma's desire, Brahma wanted the boys to shout that the calves are missing. So Krishna will leave this place, leaving the Gopakumaras there, because a few of them had spotted the calves missing, right? So at that point in time, Krishna left. Dhatra Matanuvarti. This was as per the desire of Brahma, Gatavan. Ivar Anetu Kamaha Ta. At that point in time, to see what is there in this particular place, Tadanin Saroja Bhavaha, this particular one who was born on the lotus was Brahma, Tadanin, Tirodhita Kumaran Bhukta. Now earlier he took away the calves. Now when Krishna had gone to that place to see how these calves were missing, Brahma took away these Gopa boys. He took these boys away. So Saroja Bhavaha Tirodhita Kumaran Bhuktan. So Tirodhita Kumaran Bhuktan, the boys were taken away in this particular shloka. Vatsakaganane Ninye Paroksha Bhavam, the calves were taken away in the previous shloka. वत्सायितस्तदनु गोपगणायितस्त्वं शिक्यादिभाण्डमुरलीगवलादिरूपः प्राग्विद्विहृत्य विपिनेषु चिराय सायं त्वं माययात बहुधा व्रजमाययाथ तदनु त्वं मायया, with your atyashcharya leela cheshtitam called Maya Shakti, vihritya vipineshu chiraya, having played in the forest for a long time, bahudha vatsaitaha, then you started assuming the form of the calves. When Krishna realized that the Gopas and the calves were missing, he assumed the form of the calves. So how many ever calves? Let's say there were about 300 calves. He assumed the form of 300 calves. Gopaganayitaha. Also you assumed the form of the Gopas, the boys who had come. Shikyadi Bhanda Murali Gavaladi Rupaha Atha Ayayatha. So you took the form of the sling, that Achetana Vastu, then Bhanda, the pots, Murali, the flutes, and Gavaladi Rupaha, those horns. So those horns, those flutes, those dabbas, those vessels where they had got the food. The boys had got the food, them, the Gopas themselves, the cows, all of this who became? Krishna became. So Krishna has to prove to Brahma that don't assume you are the Vishwasrashta, you are the one who creates. I am the one who makes you create. So this is the message Krishna has to say. How will he do that? So he became the cause. I don't need Brahma to create the cause. I don't need Brahma to create the Gopas. I will become the Gopas. I will become the cause. So Vedam says, Bahusyam Prajayeyeti. Says Bhagavan, let me become many. Same thing he's trying to prove here. Bahudha Vatsaitaha Gopaganayitaha Shikyadi Bhanda Murali Gavaladi Rupaha Atha Ayayata. Before Krishna became all of this before Vrajam Pragvat Sayam, before reaching Vrindavanam in the evening. Tvameva Shikya Gavaladi Mayam Dadhano Bhuyastvameva Pashuvatsaka Balarupaha गोरूपिणीभिरपि गोपवधूमयीभिः आसादितोऽसि जननीभिरतिप्रहर्षात् भूयः त्वम् एव. Again, it was only you. Pashupa Vatsaka Balarupaha Dadana, who became the form of the cowherd boys, the cows and the calves. Tvam Eva Shikya Gavaladi Mayam, you alone became the form of the slings, the ropes, the flute, the horns, so on and so forth. Gavaladimayam asaditaha asi ati praharshat. You were received with great joy. Then people saw them all coming. So they all received. See, they didn't realize that the ones who are coming are not their sons, their gopas, their cows, their calves, their flutes, their achetana objects. For them, it was Krishna who was coming. So in one manner, they were able to see that their own children were coming. The other manner, they saw something extra was coming because the form of Krishna was there within them. So there was an extra joy. That is why he says, Adi Praharshad. So if the children would come, it would be happiness. There was an extra layer of joy. They didn't realize why. So, Ati Praharshad, Janani Bihi, Gorupini Bihi, even the mothers and the calves, which is the cows and the calves, all of it looking after which these gopas developed that excess joy in them. Gopavadhu Mayi Bihi Api. Even in the form of the Gopika women, because one or two might have gone there, Krishna became them as well. Jivam hi kanchid abhimana vashat swakiyam matva tanuja iti ragabharam vahantyaha atmanameva tu bhavantyam avapya sunum pritim yayurnakiyatim vanitascha gavaha. He vahantyaha ragabharam, on account of the fact that they bore intense love. Kanchita Jivam, to some embodied soul, that particular Atma, Matva Swakiyam Tanujaha Iti. So they were looking at some conditioned Jivatma in a body as their very own offspring. See, for example, even let's say that Gopakumari, that particular Gopika Stri, had a son. Though she may have produced, nothing of that body that functions is something that she has produced. The Atma within that body is Sakshat Bhagavan's. But remember, that is still at the end of the day a Jivatma. Bhagavan, here the mother is showering so much love on a Jivatma that doesn't belong to her as her son. So this is what Bhattatri says in the first half. Realize this. He vahantyaha ragabharam. There is so much love. Kanchit jivam. Some Atma it is. Matva swakiyam tanujaha iti. But that mother ends up seeing that some arbit Jivatma in a body as her very own son. Abhimana vashad. Because of why? This is my son. This is my Abhimana vashad. That is, you say, this is my son, I like him, so I, mine, all that is associated. Kiyatim priti vanitaha gavaha cha. Why will they not show love, more happiness? Na yayuhu avapya bhavantam tu atmanam eva sunam. When they see that form of yours where you have taken the form of their son, but who is present in them? Sakshat Paramatma, it is no normal Jivatma. So to some arbit Jivatma, they are able to show so much love. Why will they not show it to Paramatma who is in that body now? Because that Paramatma is the one who is the Antaryami to them. So that Antaryamitvam within them, the Harda Tattvam is seen as a Jivatma within their son's body. So why will they not show that extra joy? So in the previous shloka, he had said, Atipraharshad, excess joy. Why that excess joy? Because they are seeing their own Antaratma in the form of their son, without realizing that this is not their son at all. This is Sakshal Bhagavan. So this is a beautiful form of explaining Siddhartha philosophy through an anecdote, Krishna.
Life is a learning. Every day is a learning. So why stop? We are very happy to present Ramayana Pariksha RAP 2025. This is being organized by our trust Deshika Daya. It is an online examination. All that you have to do is to read the book Ramayanam Volume 1 that I have authored, and 2, register for the exam. It is happening on the 22nd of June 2025. Exciting prizes, and the biggest prize is reading the Ramayana and answering the questions. Age no bar, geography no bar. So why stop? Register soon. Namaskaram.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण